What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on my second channel, Electric Talks. This is a video I've been wanting to make for a while now. I have been getting a ton of questions from you guys asking me what my split is like, what my routine is like, what my programming is like now that I'm moving in towards the later part of the year, and just generally people on my main channel, ErikTheElectric, always want to know what my workouts look like and what my training looks like outside of my food challenges. And this is the channel where all of you come to if you want to know more about my life and more to me other than just the fact that I eat large amounts of food on a weekly basis for a large amount of people. I just want to let you guys know that I am currently right now an affiliate for Kizen Training. Kizen Training was actually founded by Omar Isuf, Silent Mike, and Bart Kwan. If you guys don't know who those are, just check them out. They're figures in the powerlifting movement. I don't even know how else to say that, but Omar Isuf is actually my coach, and I've been a friend of Omar's for a little while now, and he's just an amazing guy. So is Silent Mike, and so is Bart. And Kizen Training is actually their programming that they set up for people that want to get stronger, people that want to advance in powerlifting, and so that's what I started doing, and I'm currently running the infinite off season of Kizen Training. So the other, I guess, not really like big news, my news kind of, is that I'm actually an affiliate for Kizen Training. So if you guys want to, I should actually have a code set up within the next week or two. So I know a lot of you send me messages and you guys want to know what my programming is like, or want to know how to get on some sort of programming for getting stronger in powerlifting, and Kizen Training is the way to do it. So I should have a code set up within the next, like I said, week or two. And you guys can actually go on Kizen Training and actually get, I believe, like a free 4-week program. And then after that, you can actually use my code and purchase a program, and you can actually get on some sort of regimented long-term programming to either participate in a powerlifting meet, or you can actually do some sort of, I don't know, whatever your strength goals are, you'll actually be able to do that. So as I said, I'm running infinite off season right now. It's actually currently, I'm in the middle of week 2, and this program is actually really cool because you can pretty much run this for however long you want it. There's a ton of different programs on Kizen's website. You guys can check it out. That link will be in the description down below. But there's a ton of different stuff out there, and I chose this program because it is good for me. It's a four-day program. I actually typically work out and I train every single day, the 3 days at the very end of the week, for whether it's testing new maxes, or if I want to do accessory work, or if I want to do something like that. So this program is great because it focuses on overhead press, squat, bench, and deadlift, which is a huge fundamental part of powerlifting. So I started off with this program coming out of, actually just getting back from Texas, and I wanted to actually get into this program and really kind of I wanted to start off pretty conservatively with a new program. You guys always want to do that whenever you're starting a new program. That means lowering your maxes a little bit, or lowering your percentages a little bit. It's a terrible feeling to actually start off a new program and start getting really heavy really too quickly. So I always do that whenever I start a new program. So the whole basis behind the infinite off-season program is actually the fact that you actually are doing AMRAP sets very frequently, almost every single day. So this is something, and actually I would say the biggest thing for me was actually the fact that I wasn't used to doing this right off the bat. So here's the actual structure behind it. So Mondays are deadlift. So what that is the deadlift is the primary movement for Monday. You start the week at 70%. So 70% of your deadlift max is what you're gonna be working at. You do that for 3 sets of 5, and then you move towards an AMRAP set, which is your last set, which is even being at 70%, it's pretty taxing. So the first week I got 350 pounds for, I believe, 12 reps. After that, everything else you're working at an RPE of 8. So these are all secondary movements. So we have tempo squats, which are pretty killer. Then you have stiff-legged deadlifts, which I actually really like, but so whenever I would do them in the past, just because they would coincide with cycling, I could never actually ride after the day after doing those, just because they would hit my hamstrings so hard. I'd have such bad DOMs, but I love them now because I've been doing them more frequently, so they don't affect me as much. The other thing I love about this program is the fact that it actually has core work in it, and it has planks. So you're basically doing weighted planks or some sort of plank every other day, or every day if you want to. The second day is gonna be bench. And for the first week, I should say everything is 70%. So you work at 70%, and then the next week it's 72%, which is what I'm doing right now. Second day for bench, I did bench with 165. And guys, again, this is all very conservatively. I would say that it didn't feel like 70%. I feel like my bench has actually gone up a little bit more, but you work it 3 sets of 5 with 165, which is what my 70% was, and then an AMRAP. That, I believe I got 15 reps, which is pretty crazy for me. Then the day after that, which was squats, 70%, I believe I worked at 265, and then the AMRAP set, which is 12. Guys, cardio is crazy when you're doing AMRAP sets with squats. I really like this program for the fact that I've never actually done this before. I've never actually pushed my limits and used my ability to have, I believe, my cycling background and my endurance, having the background of an endurance athlete is kind of helping me out here, because I feel like with these AMRAP sets and having that muscular endurance, it's really helping me to push myself. And I actually haven't felt this burnt out and really fatigued like I should be feeling after a workout ever. So that's really good. The last day of the week is typically overhead press, and I actually don't think I got footage of that day, but I did post some stuff on Instagram. You guys will be seeing varied clips of everything, just because it's kind of a pain to bring my camera into the gym and in and out of the gym and film every single set. But the most important thing is I really love this program, and hoping that I can actually carry this forward into my powerlifting meet. You guys saw the last video that I made about my weight now. I'm hovering probably around the 185 pound range, which is actually where I mean, I would probably compete at like 182, and here in America we use pounds instead of kilograms. So if you guys are in Europe, I can't really convert that into kilograms right now. But regardless, I would still be competing in a pretty, still, like, if I competed in a powerlifting meet, I would not expect to win at all. I wouldn't even expect a place. It would just be for the simple fact that I'd like to do a meet in the very near future. So as I finish off the second week, tomorrow's my last day of the second week. I'm really liking the programming so far. It's really pushing me with the AMRAP sets. If you guys don't know what AMRAP means, it's as many reps as possible. You guys will see that in any sort of powerlifting routine out there. Now, as far as diet goes and nutrition, I've been still trying to taper down on my body weight and actually trying to lose a little bit more fat. I've been hovering around 2,500 to 2,800 calories a day, and I've just been consuming probably about 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. If I had to put a number on it, I've been going pretty crazy on the protein. Protein for me, it actually is very satiating in regards to the other macronutrients out there. So carbs and fat, I do not feel as full when I'm consuming more of those. So I've kept protein very high. So 2,500 to 2,800 calories. If I'm cycling for a day, I usually raise my calories to about 3,000 to 3,200. If I'm not, which is today, I'm usually about 2,500 to 2,800. I am intermittent fasting right now, so typically I'll have my first meal at about 4 or 5 p.m., maybe 6 p.m. And I usually go to bed around 10:30, so it's about a 19 to 20 hour window, fasting window, and about a 4 to 5 hour feeding window. And that's just the way that I like it, with my stomach capacity, with the way that I have my needs set up. That's just what works for me, and I'm perfectly fine without going for food for however long I need to. And I actually have had my best gym sessions in a fasted state. So don't buy into what people say or what society tells you about you need to have 6 meals per day. You need to, have a protein shake immediately after you work out. It's not always the case, guys. You guys just have to find out what works best for you. And this is what works best for me, and where I feel like I've made the best progress. It's crazy for me because I've bought into all those myths and those assumptions that have been made by people mainly into the fitness industry, mainly in the supplement industry, for such a long time. And I simply disregarded all of that for a period of time, and I got my strongest pull, which is 500 pounds in a fasted state after a 40+ mile bike ride and in a deficit. So guys, it's really just finding out what works best for your body. I can't beat that into people's heads enough. I can beat that in anybody's head, but you guys get the picture. So that's what's been working for me right now. If you guys have any other questions or want to know more about Kizen training or any sort of recommendations on how to get into the gym or what you're doing in the gym, feel free to leave a comment down below or send me an email, ErikTheElectric@gmail.com. I'd love to help you guys out. I'll see you guys in the next video.